Well, Charles Barkley once again steps in it. By the way, in case you need me to tell you, my name is Carcino. This is the Carcino for Life channel. And if you want to subscribe, please subscribe to the page and hit the notification bell. You could also hit the like button. All of these acts are free. If you want to support the page, hit up the Cash App. Carcino's the name on that Cash App. Ding! Now, let's get to it. Charlie Barkley. Charles is a Hall of Fame basketball player. Had a great career, I would say. Made the All-Star game numerous of times. Made it to the NBA Finals once. Played against Jordan. Didn't win a championship in his career. And he was someone who always could have been better. But he chose to party and drink and just fool around the rest of his career, which shortened it as far as his years of greatness. Now, since he's been retired, Charles has had to go to AA for drinking because he's got a DUI. Where he took some responsibility for talking about things that he was doing outside with Tiger and Jordan. He used to hang with them. But being in the catbird seat where you're talking about other people's lives and your opinion on things that they do, it will hurt relationships. It hurts friendships. You know, sacrifices come and go down the line. You know, I have some friends that's not speaking to me no more due to the fact that they mad at something I said in a video, but it was more than that. But still, did they have a reason? Not really. They use it as an excuse because they think in their mind, I don't know how they take the internet, they think that, you know, he thinks he's a big shot now because he's Mr. Internet Man. You know, they build all this in their own head. And without even speaking, then they be, you know what? I ain't gonna call. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna make him wonder why I ain't calling. You know, it's foolery, but it's humorous. Now back to Barkley. Barkley has made a lot of people upset, including Michael Jordan, LeBron James in the past, and now it's Kevin Durant. Well, LeBron could put on that fake dinosaur smile and oh, Charles and I cool now. So he can fake it. Kevin Durant is not that type of person. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And Charles eventually, he says some smart things, but then he gets around and gets dumb. Now, Charles Barkley is a Republican. And because he's a Republican, he goes to all the Republican events. He lives in Arizona. He does, and he's been promoting nothing but Republicans for years. So occasionally, the propaganda of the Republican comes out of his mouth. Things that don't mean sense. And it's always from an elitist standpoint. Charles Barkley comes out and believes about the vaccine shot. Well, I think that professional athletes should be able to jump the line when it comes to those vaccine shots because they pay high taxes. So they should be able to jump the line, and that way we can get past all this COVID and everybody gotta be in the bubble and the mask on. So if that's the case, right? So if you pay higher taxes, you should be able to jump the front of the line. Is that what they saying? And get the vaccine shot. According to Charles Barkley, this is the way to go. Now, Kevin Durant came out and just said, man, why do they still ask this idiot question? Like, why do they still want to ask for this idiot's opinion? You know, he just don't get it. And even at Shaq, he was disappointed with Shaq too because of Shaq's views on. He didn't like the way what happened with Mitchell. He was like, "Look, man, them old heads need to go and enjoy retirement." Oh man, because they had a segment on there. Why today's NBA players are so sensitive when given constructive criticism by the all-time greats. Now, Barkley has been analyst for TNT's Inside the NBA, and he's been critical of him since he went to Golden State, and he's never let up on Kevin Durant. Now, they did an interview with him after a game that they had on TNT where he came out and he gave one-word answers to basically the entire crew. He didn't want to talk to Barkley. He didn't want to talk really with Shaq. He didn't even want to talk with Ernie. He did not want to do the interview, but I guess he's contractually obligated to have to appease the NBA by doing it. But it's clear that, one, Charles Barkley is an idiot for saying that, because what you're saying is that the rich, because they have money, should jump the front of the line when it doesn't make any sense. That's what you're saying. That comes from an elitist standpoint of Republican. I pay more taxes. I should have more I should have more from the government. And their equality and fairness, or each person's life, means something. So Charles is basically saying, even over his own family, meaning his mother's side of the family, over there, Charles should get first of everything because he pay higher taxes. They should be able to jump the line. Because what would this world be without rich people? They so make the world go round. But this is the mentality you deal with when you deal with someone like Charles, who sees things from the Republican point of view. Now, with that being said, Charles has made some statements that were correct because a lot of people were blinded by some other decisions. I did not agree with his opinion on Kevin Durant going to Golden State. He could do what he wanted to. They weren't this critical with LeBron, but he did tick him off when he said LeBron didn't want to compete. When he was asking, do these guys even want to compete anymore? Do you want all the good players on your team? So of course the older players are not going to like this because they feel like it's not competing when you're just making all-star teams. But LeBron has made this the norm. So now, anybody going on any other team, hey, there it is. It's the new standard. So while Steph brought the three-point shot into dominance as a weapon in the league, they didn't win the NBA championship by Steph hitting a bunch of threes. People don't realize that. They won because of the way they ran sets, they executed on defense, they all trusted each other. They won by playing basketball as a unit. That's how they won an NBA title. Adding Kevin Durant to a team that had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, two people who no one expected anything really out of, just role players, right? They made themselves into a unit that won 73 games. That took time. That took years to develop. You just don't add Kevin Durant and that's an automatic championship. That's still work to be done. Because if they lost it, they'd have been dogged. They would have been dogged for losing it. Kevin Durant went there and earned that title. Why would another human being try to take it away? When you praise the other guy in Miami for doing what he did. This is the hypocrisy that I fight against. Because I fight for fairness. The league don't like me because I tell the truth. LeBron don't like me because I tell the truth. And that's basically why YouTube is now like, we don't like him. It's cool. We're used to the hate. They all lining up in a row to try to take me down. But one thing for certain, I'll be here to fight it. I will definitely be here to fight it. So while I'm still going up against giants, as long as all y'all riding with me, I can still ride. So anyway, I'm out. Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, check out the Patreon today for all my Patreon members. Carcino for Life Patreon. It's a crazy news going on, man. Jeez, this world, it just lets you know, man. It's just, no matter what's going on in the world that's really serious, all the stupidity is still happening around the world. I'm out.